Okay, I'm only on chapter 2 of The Descendants, but not because it's not good. I just really haven't had time, which is weird because I normally blow through about 80 books. This is only the second one that I've done on this whole holiday, so it's a bit weird. Oh no, it's the third one, sorry. But basically, this book sort of carries on from the last book I was reading. The last book I read was a sort of factual type book about how white people came to basically take over the island of Hawaii. It's not a good read, you know, as in positive, but it was a really, really good book. Anyway, so this is now a fictional account of one of the descendants of the white people who originally took over. So he's rich and his family's rich and everything, and he has to he's in a position now where he's the trustee of the land or something that they have, and he has to decide now what to do with the land, to sell it on to another white company or to give it to the people of Hawaii or whatever. So but currently his wife just had a water skiing accident or something like that, so she's in a coma, and he's she'll eventually wake up, it'll be fine. He doesn't know what to do with his kids. He's they don't really know me. He's trying to take care of them, and they're what are you doing? He's I don't really know. But it's super, super good. I'm really liking it. I actually saw the movie, but I think even if you've seen the movie, it'll still be a good book because it's already a little bit different, and I'm really, really liking it. So that'll be a good read. This is actually our last day in Hawaii, and then we'll go back to Seattle, but I'm just basically watching my kid play by herself because that is how I live my life now. Lol. It's 10 a.m. We have an hour before we have to check out, and now it's time to play Eat the Contents of the Kitchen. What kind of weird stuff can I get in a burrito, guys? 3 different kinds of salsa. Beans from 3 days ago. Yeah. Kitchen sink burrito. Everything but the kitchen sink. Okay, bud, ready? Bud. We are at a museum. My dad and my husband are taking ages, as with every museum I've ever been to with them in my life. I'm just out here with the chickens now. I'm just walking around with them. They're showing me the place. Where to next, guys? You ever think about it? I'll be here. So, take it down there and point that at what it is you want me to see it. But don't drop it. I've never been so depressed to be back in Seattle. It is rainy as shit. It is the last day of the decade. People are driving like crazy people, okay? There was this Nana just shooting across the parking lot. We almost died. But you got loads of toys, didn't you? Yeah. Grandpa sent her 20 bucks. Score. Yeah? She doesn't look like she's excited. But she's excited. Trust me. I just bought a new book because I find that life is difficult and that buying books excites me in a strange way. Anyway, I will just say also, we're not in Hawaii anymore, but I'm still reading this awesome Hawaiian book, The Descendants. And it's super, super good at the minute. I'm about halfway through, And the mother, who's in a coma, still has not woken up. But the husband, the dad, who's like waiting for her to wake up, his life is getting worse, and it's hilarious. Like the daughter had a problem with like bullying another kid, and the mother sort of required him to, like, the mother of the other kid made him go to their house and say sorry. And that was hilarious as an exchange. Like, just like life is happening to this guy, and he's like never been in the dad role before, and he's like, what is going on? But he like keeps getting like little smug moments, like when he took sugar out of his kid's diet, he's like, yeah, nailing it. But anyway, they're about to like get in more into like why it is that he's got all this land and why he's got to like decide where it goes. So he's like the descendant of like a minor Hawaiian princess and this like 19th century American businessman. And his family basically was given loads of land, and it was locked up in a trusteeship or something until his dad died. So his dad just died, and it's like broken the trustee thing or whatever. So now the family is sort of cash poor but land rich, and they've got to decide where to sell all this land. And the Hawaiian people are like, holy shit, like if you sell it to some sort of New York developer, it's just gonna go from like lush beautiful land to just condos, you know. So everyone sort of like, you know, feels sort of tied up in it and in his life, and they always know everything about his life and like what's going on with his life, and he'll just be talking to strangers and they'll sort of say something and he's like, I'm uncomfortable with how much you know about my situation. But anyway, I'm now gonna go home. Everyone's gonna play with their toys. I'm gonna read my book. And we're gonna contemplate how shitty it is to be in rainy Seattle after a week in beautiful Hawaii.
What do you do when the king comes? When the queen comes, what do you do? Here, I'll show you. Okay.
Sticking cloves and oranges.
You got the
It's
recipe
good sticking.
from a novel of you or something?
It's a clerical hierarchy. The Pope involving. This is so your punch is gonna be damn good. This or whatever, like I'm not gonna do it. And then it was like a 100 man.
Yeah, it's compulsory.
Yeah. Don, is that why they're sticking to stuff?
Belts, guns.
Oh fuck!
This music they're playing right now.
I know, right?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We'll hold hands. Wait, we gotta hold our hands.
Yeah, you gotta do.
Wait, we gotta drink again. Okay. Wait.
For old acquaintance be forgot, I'll never do.
Right. Happy New Year, everyone. I feel like I'm getting good vibes off 2020. I can feel it. I can feel the vibes. I hope everyone's New Year was amazing. I hope everyone's decade was like at least not super shit. I was looking at my Goodreads stats and stuff and like looking over the books that I read this year. And it said, wait. I read 36,314 pages over 129 books this year. Like I was looking at them and I reckon the library book by Susan Orlean, one of the last ones I finished, like I started it like quite early in the year, not early in the year. I started it maybe October or something and I finished it in December and it was amazing and I loved it. I think that was my favorite one for this year. And I think my least favorite for this year, like one of the few ones I actually hated this year, was Go Ask Alice. Like it's officially by Anonymous, but that's a lie. It's all a lie and I hated it. But anyway, I have loved watching everyone's things this year. I'm really happy that I started BookTube this year. Finally have my own channel and I can communicate with loads of people and I have loads of new BookTube friends and I feel like my heart is just really full of people, full of love, full of books, and that's like how life, I just want it to be like that forever. Like I want 2020 to just continue to be like that and like for all the years after that. Feeling a lot of love, guys, and I hope you have an amazing new year and 2020. And I love you all. Good night.